It's like, I'm not satisfied with your work.
Basically,
Let me show you how to
be more
do it.
discreet, I guess, when killing. Yeah.
But
how he said he promised them freedom, but in reality had less freedom.
dolls of the shelter. So all his family members, they were just dolls.
Like, what if he, like, I guess, of influencing them was like kidnapping them, I guess?
And he was not just controlling their life, but he also was giving them LSD drug so they can blur their mind to a complete extent.
And they would have been the way they were if he didn't have his kids, like his cult, and orchestrated that way.
This family was probably what kept him going. Yeah. They kept each other going.
You can tell everything was very, very well, like, I guess, like, he had it very well planned out. The way they're just called to the murders, you can tell everything was very, very intentional. If he didn't have the cult, he probably would have still committed these murders, but not as, I say, horrific as they came out to be.
Like, people do whatever he wanted them to do. They like just.
In my opinion, from serial killers, he's like the one that's very like completely gruesome.
He goes to top 3 killers.
Yeah.
Spread these murders all across the country.
Like, they really think out how, like, they're gonna kill their...
Very well thought out. Just with the philosophy of starting a racial war.
Cover our tracks as we kill them. Like, how to make sure that, we don't get caught.
You don't have anybody. And that was probably the sole purpose of creating that family. Look at the president. If the president were to get assassinated tomorrow, I feel like the whole world
will go crazy. And will twist around as he wanted. It won't bring much of the attention. And it won't like necessarily bring the hate over the Black Americans. It would just say, why would somebody kill him? Maybe if the Manson also would have a stable community and stable livelihood, he would also end up as a good person, not a murderer or not any crazy thing.
Welcome back to Justice in Focus. Today we're going to be talking about Charles Manson and the Manson Family murder trial. We're going to be talking about who he is, why he committed these crimes, as well as why he felt the need to create a cult and everything else that went down in this trial. So let's get started. Why did he call random people a family?
He did that as part of one of his manipulation tactics. And in calling them his family, he gave the illusion that they were a family, that they had a very strong bond together. And in doing that, what he was able to do by creating these false bonds, he was able to create this sense of loyalty to him from his family members. And he was allowed to basically orchestrate the murders by telling them what to do.
Yeah, actually. To add to this, I would feel like he just wanted to control someone, as you said.
He would try to scare them into staying with him. Well, as understood, Manson originally had a bad background. During his teenage years, he was a robber, and he basically robbed grocery stores.
Yeah.
And also that. And then then it later developed to him becoming a serial killer. My question is, how did the drugs that Manson gave them influence the way his daughters perceived them?
And Manson just gave them whatever was filling up of the space, and also he had something else, like the drugs, the sex use and everything, to get them more to him. So like he was tightening them up to him so they cannot run away. And they would, if somebody would say, you should run away, they would feel like, are you crazy? Why would I run away from my father? They were feeling love, and also they were too connected. They were provided with everything, so they kind of get mentally into this person. So just their idea of running away would sound crazy. And because he also was saying that here with me you're safe, outside is danger. Like if you go outside, you will die immediately. But if you stay with me, you'll be safe forever. You will find the peace. He said something like that. There was equal from I wanted.
So you would try to scare them into staying with him.
I feel like yeah.
And just to dive deeper into how he managed to convince them to join the family in the first place. Essentially, he would find these kids around their teenage years, and as you know, around that age, you're a lot more emotional, a lot more sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
And so during this time, he finds these children who are running away from the parents, who are very emotional over whatever problems going on in their life. And he introduces himself to them as sort of the solution to all their problems. He poses himself as this sort of messiah, this great figure that is going to be the source of their happiness. And in doing so, he attracted them to this family. He promised them a life of happiness and of great change. And then eventually that was how they were led into the trap and feeling stuck into this family.
Yeah, so like you guys said, basically they wouldn't have a mind of their own. Whatever they just hear, they'd be like, oh, let's do it because he said to. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that specific murder, because that's basically, I guess, the one they bring up the most.
Yeah.
Regarding his case. He targeted celebrities. So Sharon Tate was an actress back in the 1960s who was brutally murdered by Manson and his cult. During the time of the incident, she was about 9 months pregnant. She was murdered along with 4 other people that night. How did the cult become what they were?
His biography, most likely, because his childhood shaped him a lot. Also, that, as I mentioned, he has no figure as an adult who he can compare himself to.
Yeah.
He was a really manipulative person, and in the really young age, he understood that by manipulating, you can really get whatever you want to get. So if you want something, just manipulate specific people, you get it that. So I believe him understanding that he has such a power of manipulation really shaped him well. So he just abolished him from others, and he was alone. Mm-hmm. And when you're really a lonely person, it really hits you badly because we all humans, we all need someone around us. So I believe it also shaped him in this way that he was I need someone with me. Mm-hmm. But because he had no just basic sense of how to communicate with people or how to be engaged with them, how to keep them with love, he only knew the way manipulate them. And I think that's how by manipulation he gave birth to this cult by family.
Yeah.
Because if he would just take care of them, I don't think he could really bring them all to him. I don't think they would all stay if he would manipulate them. So manipulation, I believe, shaped a really huge role in his life.
Typically targeting celebrities was a way for him to get the message out.
Yeah, probably
a lot quicker. Yeah, like I said, he butchered them. Yeah, he wrote.
It was crazy.
Yeah,
He
how
showed
to
you
be
how to
more
do it.
discreet.
Mm-hmm.
I guess when killing.